aren't that way every time.
No, it's just the timing lines up.
Did he catch it?
No, he didn't catch it.
Oh, thank God. He burped again before.
I feel like that the one with the burp got really low views, so I'm gonna do it.
Not the most appetizing way to start a podcast.
People were like, oh no, I'm not listening to this. And they just turn it off right there.
Yeah, no, of course.
We get that 2 seconds of analytic watch time on that episode.
True. That's true. But I mean, hey, speaking of watch time and analytics, we got our very first 1,500 views.
Stop bragging.
Wow.
we.
Stop bragging, bro. What the hell?
You can start bragging when you have 90,000 subscribers.
Okay,
exactly.
Fine,
you have no right to 37.
The moment we come even close to the bar, he raises it. So,
look, my bar. What did I say? 50, right? Like by mid-month.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is that a big goal?
No, 90,000 is a big goal.
Oh, he said that. I didn't say that.
Oh, 50. I just want 50.
I just want 50.
90,000 to 50. Our world is
I just want half a century.
That's true. That's true.
I'm not asking for much, people.
It is not.
I mean, it can be. It can be.
All right, that's it. I'm done with this shit. Damn it. Okay, that's my bad. That's my bad.
You were off cue for that one.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, he hit the button. I gotta do this. And I did it too early. My bad.
Never gonna be able to get it on time.
I know. We will. One of these episodes. Stay tuned. It's gonna happen.
One day.
And when I do get it right on time, like that, perfect, we'll just end the podcast.
That's good.
Because you can't get better than that.
That's true.
Like, that's it. We've reached our peak.
It'll end there. I like how
we end the podcast.
You haven't even drinking yet.
It will be the shortest podcast we've ever done.
Stay tuned for our 50 subscriber special.
What up? And welcome to the No Logic Gaming Podcast. The podcast whether you know logic or you have no logic. I'm your host, Blue Coffee. And to my right, we have Rizzy.
Maybe we should just buy empty cans that we can pop open just to test this.
Probably.
Hey, is that a thing? Empty cans?
I don't know. There should be, right?
That would be, dude. That's a business idea, bro.
No,
empty cans.
Yeah, just air. This is an H2O. You just suck H2O out of the can.
No, he is high. I'd like to buy a can of purified air.
He gets no practice. He has to do it on the podcast. And to my left, we have Nomi.
Hi.
You know what?
I have. Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe he needs some purified air in his car.
Dude, I have. You know what grinds my gears with this dude?
What?
Besides his door lock?
Besides his door lock.
We're not even 3 minutes in. What are you pissed about? What did I do?
This guy is like, hey, before we start our podcast, I want to have a little snack. I need a little snack.
The keyword is little.
I need a tiny snack. You know, just to get my blood pumping and just do really good on the podcast.
I do.
He sounds exactly like this, by the way.
Because he can't.
I really want to sound really good. And I want to get really energetic, so I need a snack.
Because he can't drink something without a snack.
Yeah, apparently not. So,
yeah, because I can't.
He's like, can we just go to the corner store over here and just grab a snack?
Wow, nerd.
So I'm like, you know what? This guy needs some sugar. Maybe he needs some sugar in his life. You know, he needs his little energy up. So let's go. We'll entertain his snacking. So me and Rizzy hop in his car, fucking scared the shit out of me because his door lock makes this really this really loud buzzing noise, and it feels like it's gonna shock you.
My lock
like, you
mechanism.
know how? Yeah, you know his door lock mechanism in his car. It's like.
Every time you unlock it.
Yeah, and it scares the shit out of you.
I'm
so
pretty
loud.
sure you would find that car in a prequel of Twisted Metal.
Oh my God, yeah, Twisted Metal for sure.
You found Ultima? There was a Twisted Metal car where it's just a family riding a trailer car? that would be me.
So we go to the corner store, and this guy's looking for a nice little tiny snack, and I'm like, oh look, you last time you got wraps, you got a little tiny sandwich, just kind of like do a little tiny snack, one item, just kind of give you a little boost so we can have a good proper lunch later.
Yeah.
It doesn't really fill you up.
What did he get today?
Bro, this motherfucker got 2 cheeseburgers from the freaking corner store. 2 cheeseburgers.
Breakfast cheeseburgers.
And I'm thinking, okay, he's
par-grilled a breakfast cheeseburger.
I said, okay. Oh, I'm like, oh my God, you got 2? He's like, yeah, it was cheap. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Maybe I'll eat one now and maybe save one for later.
Yeah.
No, this Gandu, this dude ate both of them right before this podcast. I don't understand how that's a snack. You just ate lunch. You just ate lunch.
He bought something else with those cheeseburgers, right?
Prime.
I got 3 lemonade primes. These are hard to find.
This is not a snack, my man.
They're hard to find.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about 2 burgers.
Okay.
Is not a snack.
In my defense, who sent me to that area of the store? You said, wait, they had some shit over there too. Go check it out. You sent me there
Because the one where you're looking at was cold. I'm like, they got hot items over there. Why don't you go browse the hot items? You know, because you're gonna eat it now.
Yeah,
just go just go browse, see if there's something that catches your eye.
There's only one
You
thing.
got 2 burgers and you ate them. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, he said go look at the display, not buy it all.
Yeah.
And the reason as to why I ate the 2 cheeseburgers is I have to. Listen, I'm not a caffeine connoisseur, bullshit, whatever he does, all right?
What the fuck is this
I'm
then?
not. No.
Oh my god, you're almost done. Holy crap.
Yeah. So,
By the way, how is the peach flavor?
oh, it's good. It's good.
It's not cosmic good?
I don't think it's cosmic flavored
Alright, well,
good,
you know what?
but I'm in the mood for peach. That's all I'll say that.
Okay.
So, but here's the reason why. I have to eat something before I drink an energy drink. All right? I have to do that, or else my stomach is gonna like rupture. That's what's gonna happen to me.
Why would it rupture?
Because I don't know.
It's not going to be overly full.
No, but it's gonna make me throw up.
I feel like 2 burgers is too much. You can eat 1 burger
I could have, but I got happy.
and then have some energy drink.
I got happy, and you're like your glucose levels are gonna go down. Maybe give it time.
Watch in the middle of this podcast, this motherfucker's gonna crash. You're gonna see his energy just like decline. So
But I have to eat something before I drink an energy drink. Now
okay,
I have
but
this. Now I'm
2
good.
cheeseburgers.
Now
Well, you
I'm
know what?
good.
I'm not gonna judge you.
You,
That's
sir,
fine. Go
the
ahead.
only reason why you're able to even do a successful podcast is when you have only had 3 hours of sleep, your daughter's kept you up all night, you have to have Dutch Brothers coffee, and on top of that, you have to drink an Alani. Wow, yours is really full. You have to have an Alani on top
Am I
of
doing
that.
great? And I've barely touched my Alani yet.
And you didn't even have the donuts you got earlier.
I haven't. Oh my
Go
god!
get your donuts. Go get your donuts. Go get your donuts. Go get your donuts.
I'll do that.
Go eat your 3 donuts. Right? This man has to. He needs stress, lack of sleep. No! Don't sponsor us! No!
Greatest snack.
The Crunch Donuts. The Crunch Donuts are the winner
I don't
here.
even think they heard that. I had to move the mic over there.
I was next to the camera. I'm hoping they picked that up.
The camera did not pick up anything.
But I have to have some food. Now, sure, could I have slowed down a little bit? Yeah, sure.
Would you say you make more bad decisions when you're hungry?
You know,
not allowed to touch this.
you can't put that right in front of me and say I'm not allowed to touch it.
You're in the middle. You're in the middle of us, so you can. You can't.
Talk about temptation.
You can't touch it.
We'll see. But
You've had 2 burgers. You're not able to. You cannot touch donuts now.
are you making cookies?
I'll make cookies for
Oh
you.
my
later.
god. You are going to be lying down on the floor later. I guarantee it.
It's fine. We're only playing Final Fantasy afterwards, so we're good.
You're going to have
Also,
no
not Resident
energy.
Evil. Good. Thank God.
No. If it's a choice, we're doing Resident Evil.
I mean,
Yes.
look, that's an energy killer even without the food.
Yes, but listen, the whole car situation thing, I don't need to get it fixed. All right,
Hostess.
it's not hurting anything in terms of driving wise, so I don't need to get it.
It
fixed.
hurts everything and everybody around it.
Yeah, it's fine. If there's someone in the car,
Okay, well, what about the people outside who have to look at it? It's nothing great to look at either, especially in the Albertsons parking lot.
on Main Street.
On Main Street.
Well, what do you want me to do?
You're bringing down the value of Main Street.
Rizzy, I was thinking, what if the Albertsons on Main Street is the only Albertsons in this entire U.S. that's on Main Street? They'll know exactly where we are.
Man, I gotta switch cars.
Technically, it's at the corner of Main and something else.
I'm getting rid of my car now, and I'm also moving.
You know what? Maybe you should get a different car. And you should buy it when you're hungry so that you'll actually buy it. Because you buy a lot of weird things when you're hungry.
Well, what car would I get, Rizzy?
Well, I mean, a lot of people are buying electric cars now. How about something electric?
Ooh,
Something
you were looking at
energy
Teslas at
efficient.
one point.
Not Teslas. Fuck Tesla. I don't like Teslas.
Would you buy a
Oh my God,
Rivian?
here we go again.
That's too expensive. I can't afford a Rivian.
Ooh, you know what? How about an Afila?
The fuck is in I know Fila, those shoes.
Not Fila, the
How about run?
shoe.
How about start running?
Run. Get some Filas.
The best electricity is the one you generate yourself.
After drinking Alani.
Exactly.
Sponsorship.
What's an Afila?
So Afila, spelled Afeela, is a joint mobility company that is partly owned by Sony and by Honda.
What? A gaming company?
That's right. Think of a PlayStation car.
I know there was gonna be an Apple car, but I don't know what the fuck happened with that. But now PlayStation is coming out with that car with the car.
Sony technically is going to be coming out with a car built with Honda.
Simulator?
It's going to be an all electric car.
Watch out, Microsoft. Sony's entering the car business.
They haven't given it an official name, but it's going to be a sedan, so it would be a perfect replacement for your Altima, really.
Ooh.
I mean, it's got all-wheel drive. It has, full battery
lithium ion.
Lithium ion.
What does that mean to you?
That means it uses the same battery as the PlayStation controller.
Oh,
Sounds professional.
Now, it is 150
Can I
watt.
control it with the controller?
Well, you can play games in it.
Well,
It reminds me of the submarine that
I saw a video on TikTok about this car, and the dude controlled it with the PlayStation controller. He literally controlled the car with the PlayStation controller. A real car.
A real car.
A real car.
Wait.
That's how he entered that's how the car entered the stage with his controller.
Yes, he brought it. I mean, I'm sure that was
I was
more.
amazing.
I don't know if we should have real life vehicles.
I'm sure the Department of Transportation will not approve that feature.
First thing I'm doing when I get my remote controlled car is I'm running this dude over.
No, listen. That reminds me of the whole submarine BS that happened when the whole submarine was controlled by a controller.
The one that disappeared. Okay, well, I'm
Or,
pretty.
what is it called?
Imploded.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure they will have limitations on that feature if they decide to come out with it. But the entire dash is a screen.
What?
The back seats have screens. The thing has surround sound audio. I mean, why would you not want a car like this?
Well, would it be even approved? Because it's like, don't you think it's like?
No, it will be approved. It's being built by Honda. Of course, it'll be approved.
But it's in the sense of like, does it pass the safety measures? Because there's just so much going on the dashboard, you could get distracted.
No, dude, there's so many cars that have all dash like screens. Screen dashes.
The only thing I just thought of
Oh.
is they're gonna have to be careful that it doesn't develop stick drift.
Stick drift.
Yeah,
Oh, because of
you don't want it veering off course when you're trying to go straight.
or in your case, it runs out of battery mid game. You know.
I mean, it is 150 kilovolt charging, which will be fairly slow. It's almost going to be like charging a PlayStation controller anyway. Might have the same battery life as well. So Sony, kind of work on upgrading that. But the good thing is you can play PlayStation games on it, and I'm pretty sure that would include Far Cry.
Dude,
Why
if-
Far
Would you
Cry
play
any-
Far Cry while driving though?
Dude,
I
that'd be
would.
so hard to
I
play.
would. Well,
In a car.
yes, I would.
Wouldn't that be fun though? I mean, then you wouldn't just want to drive
What
a car.
Far Cry would you play? There's so many of them.
Well, it's funny because it's a futuristic car, and I'll play on a very prehistoric game. Not just any Far Cry. You guys, I've been dabbling in a Far Cry game. So, okay, do you guys know anything about Far Cry
Yeah, I think I beat 2.
2?
I've heard of it.
I borrowed 2 from you. I actually got it from.
Stop stealing our games, man.
This is why your library is so sparse.
This is okay. Hold on.
Wait, but
I gotta. Here's what grinds my gears.
Again,
Another one.
Listen, this guy has taken so many games from me. I don't think I've never given him any games. I never give out any games.
no, you gave him one.
Let me borrow them.
I gave him one game, Resident Evil.
No,
you
no, no,
keep
no.
forever.
Yeah, but I can give that back to you. I have it.
I don't want it. You give it to me, I'll burn it. Like I'm gonna vlog the burning of a Resident Evil 6.
That one's no returns.
Yeah, dude. How many games of mine do you have?
I have your original Uncharted.
Uncharted. When did you get Uncharted?
When did
that
Let me
happen?
borrow it. You let me borrow.
You know what borrow means?
I finally gave this back to you.
I didn't even know I had that.
Resident Evil 6 you just gave to me.
Yeah, thank God.
Ratchet and
I
Clank.
don't want that in my house.
I have your Ratchet,
Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank.
Wow.
Ratchet and Clank. Yeah. What? We have
Been holding out on you.
yeah.
You thought you lost them in the fire. They're
Yeah,
actually
I
at his
lost
house.
There was an apartment building near me.
We used to be neighbors.
Once
Yeah,
upon a time.
Once upon a time, and it burned down.
On Main
we
Street.
weren't there at the time, but
It was
it
near
burned
Main
down.
Street.
Yeah. And we just kind of like play it off like, oh, all of our shit just burned.
Yeah. but not really. I've held them in secret. No, and I have a lot.
You know
more
what borrow means? I'm asking again.
Well, the thing is this. I remember you saying this to me when you let me borrow.
You can borrow it for as long as you want.
No, you said it like this. Here's the thing. You can't have you sold. I don't forget what game it was.
I still own it.
Yeah, you said this.
I own the IP.
You said this. You said this to me while holding the game and handing it over. Listen,
physical property.
You can't have this, but you can borrow it for a really long time. But you can't have it.
Okay, but you would think like 2 console generations later you would have given it back by now.
PS3 games, I still have.
You can give it back now. It's okay.
Yeah, and I have a
Man, if I was a Blockbuster, man, add those late charges. Bro.
I'd
be rich.
You outlasted Blockbuster charges.
Yeah, so it's pretty bad. But Far Cry 2. Yeah, so you introduced me to Far Cry by letting me borrow 2.
The one I beat, and I tried to play 3, and I didn't enjoy it. And then I didn't play 4.
3 was the best. So 3 takes place on an island where there's pirates.
Yeah.
4 takes place in Nepal, even though they don't.
I didn't play that one.
Even though they don't say Nepal.
What was one of the recent ones that came out? So before Primal.
Yeah. So 5 takes place in Texas, a country, I think, countryside.
Oh, that's the one with the guy from Breaking Bad.
No, 6 takes place in.
God, how many are there?
6 takes place in
6?
Cuba. In Cuba.
Oh my god.
Right. And then now there's
What is the one with still in the jungle? What's the last one in the jungle? Because they're mostly in the jungle, right?
Well, there's a lot of like
Jungle areas.
yeah, right. But
2 was all jungle.
yeah,
It was Africa.
yes,
3 was an island with friends.
yeah, Island of Friends.
Yes. 4 was
Nepal with the elephants and yeah. And,
I have one sitting inside the room over there.
Mhm.
uh-huh.
And I hated it. I didn't like it at all. Like I couldn't get into the gameplay. I couldn't get into the rhythm. It was so bad.
Okay.
The game just dropped off from me. I didn't like it.
Okay, well,
And then I never played the ones from the Breaking Bad guy.
oh, that's 6.
Gus from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never ended up playing those.
Well, that one's 6.
Maybe that is the one I played.
Yeah.
Is that the one where the introduction is like you're a little kid
Yes.
and you run and you escape from on a boat or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so no, that's the one I did not like.
Well, you don't
Okay.
play as the kid, but you.
Yeah,
run into
that's
a
just how
kid.
it starts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Exactly.
And then you go into the jungle later.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah.
But the one I'm playing is called Far Cry Primal. And I
okay.
like this one so much is because it's so different.
Yeah.
Because it's still Far Cry, but they said, you know what? Let's do Far Cry but prehistoric times. So
Prehistoric
yeah,
times.
it's 10,000.
Do you have a saber-tooth tiger?
Yes.
So it's in the
Yes.
Stone
Mastodon.
Age.
Yeah, it's in the Stone Age.
Okay.
It's caveman era.
That's
literally. So there's no concept of electricity, or I mean, obviously, right? But I like
So
how
you don't have an AK-47 to shoot
none.
You have
It's
like bows and arrows.
bows and arrows,
Nice.
spears. It's all old school stuff, right? And then it takes place in 10,000 BC.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So there's mammoths. There's saber-toothed tigers.
Bears.
Bears. It's different. Way different. In fact, even like what is it? The story, it's simple, but it's so much fun. And the language that they Far Cry made up a language, and then they add subtitles to be like me eat now type of thing, like really like old school
Primitive.
primitive era
Okay.
of Far Cry, right?
Is there a story or you're just gonna
So
survive?
there is a story,
Okay.
right? There is a story in the sense of like your tribe gets demolished in this land, and there are 2 other tribes that take over, and they're all battling with each other, right? There's the cannibalistic tribe, and there's the other tribe that they're known for fire, and they burn people alive, basically.
Okay.
You're the tribe of the Wenja. You're a Wenja warrior.
We-
Yeah, and you're getting Wenja. Yeah, that's how they actually talk. Right?
Ninja.
Yeah, and you're getting your people in order again, and you're fighting. Going for basically trying to win back your land.
Okay.
Right? And it's so primal because in the day you're safe, but literally at night or even if you venture out, you have to survive. You have to survive against the wild. You have to survive against the people you see. You have to survive. It's like literally your instincts. The survival of the fittest is true in that game.
Okay.
And I love it because it's like there is no leveling. I mean, there is leveling up your you can say your bow by adding a second string to it, but that's as far as it goes, you know? But they keep it simple.
So it's limited upgrades.
Exactly, because they know it's primal and primitive era, and it's so simple. And I love the concept of it so much that the fact that it's like, wow, you guys went from like a dictator in Cuba and getting all these grenades and weapons and rockets and just shooting and all that kind of stuff and like tactical warfare to a very much more simpler time. Completely opposite. And of course this game came out 2016.
Yeah, 2016.
Yeah, 2016, but it's like it's 10,000 BC.
Okay, and it seems like it was spun off from Far Cry 4. What console do you play it on? Or is it PC?
PS5. And it's only $7.
On the PS Store?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. It's very cheap. But it's like for some reason I started dabbling into it again. I was like, wow. It's so good. Because you know what I am? I play a game, I enjoy it like a craving, and then I just drop it. I don't beat it.
Why? Why are you such a non-completionist?
Why can't you enjoy food like that?
I don't know. I completed those 2 cheeseburgers. But
you can crave it and then not finish it.
I don't know, Rizzy. I don't know. I was hungry, all right? My primal instincts came in. Ooh, blue coffee eats. Cheeseburger. That corner store. Now.
Yeah, but instead of a bow and arrow, you had a wallet and a credit card.
Attack.
It's something. It's something.
Well, you know, I recommend not playing this game while driving.
That's true. Yeah, no, you can't play you can't ride a very futuristic car and play such a primal prehistoric game.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you're able to play a video game because I really haven't played a video game in a very long time.
What? Your New Year's resolution?
I know. Well, you know,
that's why it's a resolution.
That is the goal. That is the goal this year. That is the goal this year. As of recording, we're on the 13th day of 2024.
We're 12 days into this resolution now.
Yeah, exactly.
How sad is it that your resolution has to be playing games?
Bro, you have to get the time. You have to carve out time now.
People's resolutions are like, I want to quit video games.
I want to start again. I want my addiction back.
Wait, but why? What's going on?
My daughter is finally turning 1.
Wow,
Very,
congratulations.
very soon. It's been a tough year.
It's been a year? I've been an uncle for a year?
You've been an uncle for a year. It's been a doozy of a ride, a blessing. I have to say that, a blessing.
I have to say
yeah, I just have to say it's been such a blessing. My decline in video games started when I got married.
Was?
2019.
So 5 years ago?
Half a decade.
Man, don't say that.
Wait, but was it a slow decline?
5 years.
Was it a slow decline?
No, it was an instant decline.
Rizzy knows apparently.
Wait,
It just came to a halt.
I think it has to depend on the game because you told me you played Last of Us 2 and that was 2020.
Well, that was that was an exception. Like I told her, I'm like, listen, woman, this depends on our marriage. If you don't let me play this, things are gonna go bad between us.
That's how it sounded in his mind.
You did wait 12 years for this game to come out, though. 10 years.
Yeah. So
years.
I'm like, listen, woman, whenever Last of Us 2 comes out, we don't know each other until I beat the game. And she agreed. She's like, that's fine.
This is pre-baby. So.
Yeah, pre-baby.
This was the hall pass.
This was a hall pass. So my decline in gaming started, when I got married. It's weird. I know she always encourages me to play because she knows that I miss playing video games. Mm-hmm. But it's also sort of my fault at the same time because I feel like my life goals have changed and it's a little bit different. And games nowadays don't interest me as much. So it's weird. It's a really weird feeling to have, even though you're such a huge gamer. You love everything gaming. You love the news. You like to consume it. You like to see people you play it.
You grew up on it.
You grew up on it. Your childhood was fucking video games, man. Like you grew up on Mario. You grew up on PlayStation. You grew up on all that stuff, right? Like it's like you miss it, but you're not interested anymore, which is such a weird feeling to have. Like, is something wrong with me? Why am I not getting excited about these things that are happening?
You're how old?
I'm 37.
So 32 is when your decline happened.
Yeah, 32. My decline happened. So I mean, it's not her fault. She always tells me, go play.
Let me backpedal now.
Go play the game. Like you want to play, go play. But I'm like, you know what? I see a little bit of I see the tone change when you say that. I'm not falling for your dumb tricks.
Well, you can.
I'm smarter than you. I can play. But later, the consequences will come.
There is a price.
There's a price to pay. But yeah, so and then I would play, and you saw I started my gaming channel at some point.
Yeah.
Because my video my
2
food
years ago.
TikToks started picking up. I'm like, you know what, I gotta start dabbling in this stuff, and just kind of get into it. So I tried so hard to get into the gaming world and the gaming industry again after my marriage.
Not just as a player, but as a contributor.
As a contributor, yeah, and I've never done that before, right? So it's like it's something new, and I was really trying hard to like get back into games and start getting excited for them, and following the news and everything I love about them. It didn't last, right? It didn't last long. It so, and then as soon as the baby came, so as soon as my wife got pregnant, that's when it completely stopped. I'm like, no, my focus is now on taking care of her, taking care of everything else, taking care of just being a responsible adult, basically, right? You want to like prepare for this child that's coming in your life. You don't know what to expect. This is your first child. The child finally comes. You have the games. The thought of gaming is gone. It's completely like lost in your mind. It doesn't even have like a 2 or 3% storage space in your mind anymore.
Here to here, you dial back into it, baby comes in.
Down.
So
like it's gone.
So instead of playing Far Cry, you were listening for Far Cry.
Very, very good.
So this is why now my daughter's turning 1, right? I know responsibilities are gonna increase because now she's gonna start walking and talking and running and giving. I'm gonna need to give her more attention. I really my New Year's resolution, if you watched the last episode, was to finish 10 video games, which these two do not believe in me in any way. Like they don't have
3.
any belief in me of actually accomplishing this, right? It's not gonna happen in their minds. I really want to do this. I want to play 10 big, huge IPs, AAA games, and beat them from start to finish. It's a big task.
Not platinum
for me.
But just beat.
Oh no, I cannot platinum that. Dude, I'm bad at getting platinums. Like, trust me, I'm really bad at that. But I just want to start and finish a game from start to finish. I want to start the story, finish the story. Start the story, finish the story. I want to complete it. I want to get that feeling back that I miss in 5 years, before that I used to have. I need to discipline myself to play a video game, believe it or not.
So
I need to sit down. I need to start the PlayStation. I need to grab the controller. I need to just sit in silence, not think about anything else, not think about responsibilities, not think about anything else, and just kind of enjoy a video game
with your
by
DiGiorno's.
myself.
Well, can I ask you a question? Because it was actually like really interesting. It's like you and your wife, y'all watch movies all the time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
I mean, that's something we like to do together. Like, that's one thing that we do.
For sure, right? So you are a movie person. So my question would be this, right? You're also a gamer, right? But you say that I have to get back into it. I turn it on and I have to kind of discipline myself. Well, can I ask why does there have to be do you not enjoy it the same way that you used to? Does it not slap the same way?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Is it the game or is it the person you are now that doesn't really vibe with the game?
Is
this podcast helping towards that or like
this podcast? Yeah, go ahead.
It's because now the voices are all done by other people instead of him.
Well, yeah, but I'm curious, right? Because I'm 27 and you're 10 years older than me, so it's like I'm trying to put myself in your shoes, like. Why is there so much work that goes into playing a video game? Are you at a different place in your life? My original question, does this podcast help or where are you at right now? Or
so, yeah, this podcast helps relief, talking about games because that's at least I feel like I'm accomplishing something in what I used to do, right? I used to carve time. I used to just consume video game podcasts, video game videos, video game reviews, read everything, get up to date on every fucking thing I can. IGN.com was like, okay, I gotta go. Every single day I would go IGN.com.
That was your homepage, right?
That was my homepage. It was literally my homepage for a very, very long time. That and GameTrailers.com and GameSpot and all those places, right? I haven't visited any of those websites in so long, right? And I don't really care about it anymore. It's just weird. I don't care about video game news. I don't care about. I don't know if it's like you as like me as a millennial now growing up and thinking, I need to. Now that I have a family, I need to be financially free. I need to have financial freedom to now enjoy. Like if I play a video game, in the back of my mind, I'm like, bro, I could use this time to do something useful and try to work towards something where I will become financially free. Does that make sense?
So it's not just about you personally anymore.
It's not about me anymore. It's about my family.
I thought the same way, not like family wise, but also like financially free wise.
Yeah.
Like like for example, I was playing Far Cry and I was like, why am I playing this here when I can play it on stream and it can help towards my goals?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It became more business.
Yes.
Than more.
And that's also I think about now too, right? And like if I'm gonna play a game, why not turn on my TikTok? Why not turn on my camera?
Share it with people.
Why not do this? I'm gonna do it anyways.
But then it stops being about the game and the.
But here's the thing. You turn it on TikTok, turn it on camera, YouTube, whatever. It's on. Those things are on. But you can still just ignore that while it's on. Ignore this stuff. Ignore the people, the comment, and just play a game.
I don't know. Your entertaining side will have to come out.
No, so that's the thing, right? If people want to get entertained, they can go somewhere else.
So why are you turning it on in the first place?
Because it's just like, hey, I'm doing something overall, and going towards something overall, without it's like, hey, maybe this will go somewhere, you know. There's a chance that it will hit.
Yeah, but I think you need a specific mindset if you do that, right? To where you're not trying to interact with the audience. You're not trying to, cater to them as if, okay, this is more business mindset. I'm trying to get subscribers. It's more like, okay, the stream
I want to turn that off.
And you just want to play.
I want to turn that off.
It's hard to turn it off.
Even though it's on, TikTok is on, this is on.
You have to tune out of it.
This fine. I don't care what you're saying. I don't care what you're chat amongst yourselves. If I want to, get help or advice or talk to you, I will.
Yeah.
That's an option for me. It's there.
That's
if I want to hop in.
Stream every time.
Yeah. But every time I play a game, why not do that? Like, and maybe that is a problem, right? Maybe that is a problem where I'm like, hey, if I play a video game and I'm not contributing towards the overall goal of a financial freedom, why am I doing this? Why am I wasting my time? Why am I wasting an hour, 2 hours every day, or whatever, how many times I play a week? Just for my enjoyment. Because at this point, my enjoyment comes from financial freedom for my family.
Okay.
Which is a weird thing to have, right?
Well, I mean,
it makes sense, but it's like at that point I'm not enjoying a video game anymore, I guess.
Right? I mean, in terms of economics, it's what it's an opportunity cost, right?
Yeah.
You play a game by yourself and doing nothing else. You are essentially having to give up the opportunity to do something else in that same time frame.
Yes.
Right. Whether it be a thought process, whether it be an actual action.
Why not do an edit? Let's finish an edit. Why play a video game? Let's do this one little pending thing that might help me, achieve my goals in life instead of playing a video game. That's my mindset now, right? Like, it's weird. It's like video games are not for entertainment purposes anymore for me. It's weird. It's for moving towards a financial freedom goal.
Did this hustle and bustle mindset come after having a baby, or
right?
I mean, you at my age, like, what were you doing at 27?
I was a fucking bum.
No, I'm
dead serious. I was a bum. So I was at a community college. I was working on my 3D animation degree. That stopped at, I think, age 29 or 28. 28, I think. Actually, 27 is when it stopped. It's like, hey, I'm done with community college. Like, I'm done with trying to achieve this certificate.
You almost gave it away. I heard that. You almost gave it.
dcccd.org or .edu.
How many C's were in there?
Dallas County Community College.
3.
And then where's the last D for? I don't know. Who cares?
District?
Yeah.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. So it's one of those chains. So I tried to do that, and then I finally went to a university and completely went away from my 3D animation and my gaming goals and all of that. And I'm like, hey, I gotta get a degree that'll help me make money.
Something in business, right?
Yeah, and that was when I found the love of my life. That was when, like, hey, I need to do something, and I'm wasting my time, and I need to make money, and I need to be financially better at what my life is.
So you narrowed down around 28 in the
28. I'm like, I gotta focus.
So not
and then
only
20, right before I hit 30, I got my bachelor's degree.
But for your degree, not only at that time did your priorities kind of shift from gaming, to financial security, but also in terms of your degree, it also shifted, right?
Completely
your major
shifted. That
you picked was not only based on, your hobby or your passion, but it also went to something that was more financially secure.
Yes, exactly. Where am I gonna get a job in Texas for a 3D modeler? Not many companies have that. Not many opportunities. I wasn't good enough for getting hired.
I was
somewhere.
gonna say you can try id Software and make
but
make
again,
Doom.
that's the problem, right? Like, you got to be really good. You can't just get hired by a video game company.
Their team
You got to be like the top of your fucking class, right?
It's a small team too.
I feel like I was decent, but not like the top of the top. Like, come on, that's hard to do. Like, you need to dedicate tons of time.
Yeah.
And again, to dedicate that much time, both to the craft and to the skill, you would give up a lot of everything else
you were
to
saying
do it.
Because you started at 28, you feel like you were kind of pressed for time at that.
Yeah. I was like, bro, I'm getting
marriage is around the corner.
I'm getting older. I'm engaged. I gotta do something to help with the betterment of our lives in the future, right? And so my goals and my brain and everything just completely hit a 180. And I'm like, this thing's got to change. That's got to change. I can't waste time. I can't do this. Every minute or every hour of my life counts towards something now. I gotta allocate my hours and time of the day to achieving something better for me and my wife. And then it went, and that increased when she got pregnant.
Was the furthest thing from your mind.
Oh yeah, I was like, I don't care about them. I don't care about video games. What is the video games gonna do for me? Like, you know what? I will, when I am there, when I achieve my goals, when I am financially free, I will come back to video games and I will catch up on my huge, gigantic backlog of games.
Exactly, and because you got the wife.
Yeah.
You got the baby. You have the house. You have
got the
car.
dog.
You got the dog.
But I'm not financially free.
Yeah, but like it would seem like you have everything else.
But you are on your way.
Yeah.
I'm
you're not financially
you're
struggling either. You're comfortable.
Yeah, sure. I get that. But it's like, it's not enough where, my daughter, my baby will be good and she won't have to work. I'm not there, right? Like, I don't want her to worry about where, the struggles that we've had.
Right.
That's the whole goal of parenting.
The struggles
right?
that we had were incredible.
Yeah.
Compared to
right. So like your whole perception, your whole mindset, everything changes in your brain. You're like, bro, I have a baby now. I need to make sure that she doesn't have to struggle like I did. She doesn't have to struggle in any financial way. Like, yeah, struggle in life, I get it. Getting education, getting this, I want her to do something big, and that's a parent's goal in every way, right? All the time.
Yeah.
Right? So in that sense, why should I play a video game for 2 hours or whatever the fuck where I can maybe do an edit? When I can do this, when I can do that, when I can work on something to better my future and my daughter's future.
I see. So your mindset shifted to, okay, it has to be about other people now. My wife, my daughter, my family, right? So including this podcast, sure, I can have fun on the podcast. Like, I'm speaking in terms of you, but as long as someone else is benefiting too in the long run, then I can enjoy myself.
Yeah, as long as my family's gonna benefit in the future, if this thing goes somewhere.
Okay.
And that's why I don't play video games anymore. I just don't. I don't enjoy them. I don't care about them, which is so weird. And to start this No Logic Gamers podcast is such a weird thing to do. But it's like, it's one step towards me trying to get back to where I was, where I enjoyed it.
Give credit, for those of you who don't know, like, he's the one who kind of got this together.
Yeah.
It was just you two separately telling me what you want to do, and I'm like, hey, let's do it together.
Hey, Hey, we're the ones who did this.
Talk about no logic.
yeah, right? Well, I mean, okay. I feel like, and I mean, listen, like,
hopefully one day this will get somewhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
it will.
And we won't,
We'll
get to quit our day jobs and focus on this primarily and really make it something big.
For sure. I mean, hey, listen, everything in your life has changed, right?
Oh yeah.
Marriage has changed you. Baby has changed you.
Yep.
Like,
and video games has been my constant throughout my life, which I have missed for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So it was a constant, which is not there anymore.
only-
So I miss it, and that's why my resolution was, let's play fucking games.
a
Yeah.
lot of changes happening, but the only thing that hasn't changed is the body. You know, it's that hasn't changed.
Dude, I gained a lot of weight. What are you talking about? That's the changes. I have changed. I gained like 40 pounds.
Well, that was noble. Didn't mean it to turn into like a therapy session. We just wanted to know like your history. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of why. So yeah, a 1 year recap.
1 year recap, bro.
Well, hey, you're gonna make it. We're all gonna make it.
We're all gonna make it.
Exactly.
And our futures will always hopefully be better for our children. And maybe one day they'll start a podcast of their own and they will not have to struggle by eating 2 cheeseburgers before they start recording.
We have to.
That reminds me, I need my festivities.
Lovely.
We're eating cookies after this.
That's way
I'm
later.
making cookies. I don't know if I'll eat one.
Do we have a final topic? I don't remember.
YouTube.
Oh yeah.
YouTube. But you know what? I think we're good, man.
Okay.
We're at a 40-minute
think
mark.
so, yeah.
We can save that for next week.
Okay. Sounds good. That's
Let's
good.
not. You can do a little teaser.
Okay.
Yes, entice the audience.
Hey,
Well, yeah.
YouTubers.
Hey, No Logic Game podcast. No Logic Gamers.
Yes.
Podcasters. We're the podcasters.
We're the podcast.
Yeah, that's
Way
right.
to address the fans.
No
Sorry.
Logic Gamer audience.
No Logic Gamers.
Yeah.
Right? So the No Logicers. There you go. No
Terrible.
Logicers.
Let them label themselves. we're horrible at
The
this.
No Logicers.
What do you want to be called? Put it in the comments.
Listen. Even
Or just say hi in the comment, man. I don't give a fuck. Just say
you
something.
know, it's interesting. You know, and now it recalls, but we'll do a little teaser for it, right? Because Nomi said something very interesting. He's losing his passion in terms of like gaming, and he wants to get back into it. And with his age is actually the same age as a lot of YouTubers now who are pioneers from 2006 who are retiring. Everyone's retiring left and right now all of a sudden. And I wonder why. They're losing their passion or what's going on? This guy is retiring before he even starts, apparently.
I think this podcast is what kept him out of retirement.
Yeah, it's brought him back out of retirement, actually. Yeah. So join us next week and we'll find out what's going on and why is everyone retiring. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the No Logic Game Podcast. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button and comment down below. Last but not least, don't forget to ring that bell icon and hit that notification button so that way you can see what we're making next. I'm nervous because you guys are looking at me. Thank you again so much for watching this episode, and we'll catch all of you in the next one.
See ya.
See ya.
Why are you
Damn.
nervous on the outros?
Because
Every
you know
outro.
what happened is because I should be looking at the camera, but I glance over to the screen and I see him just like looking at me, and you are like,
I'm just counting. Yeah, I'm just counting.
Yeah,
like, hey,
and honestly, it reminds me every single time what I need to do.
I mean, you're the host, so it's always on you to close it out.
I'm a good host. I was actually really good.
comment,
questions.
like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon.
I felt like
It should be 5 items. You
You
always
missed
get to,
one
like,
of them
2
at
or 3.
least.
always every time. It's always gonna be the same. But the thing is, I felt like Barbara Walters, like just asking you questions. I was like, so tell me about your upbringing. You know?
This is about 2020.
Listen, I could have been one of the people who are actually retiring from YouTube by now, if I continued my passion of recording my gaming sessions.
If you look at the last time you uploaded, I would have thought you're retired already.
Not even that. Before that, when I was a wee little kid, I
You did that.
freaking recorded on a VCR, on a cassette tape. I recorded Super Mario World, and I would also put the radio box right in front of the TV, hit the record button, record audio, play that in the car.
Did you ever upload it?
The cassette? No,
That's
because
not, that's not YouTube. That's U-tape.
Yeah. So YouTube wasn't out back then. It was just a VCR tape.
You could have been an original Let's Player.
Oh yeah, 100%. I
Dude.
recorded. I figured out a way how to record my TV while playing the video game, and it was the most amazing accomplishment I have ever done in my life. Because it's like a VCR recording my freaking video game.
So I felt figuring out 720p on OBS.
Dude, that was
back in the
480.
480 days,
That's in the
man.
480s. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I don't know where those videotapes are. I don't give. Who knows?
They got lost in the fire.
Lost in the fire.
Or probably you let me borrow it.
Check under your
And
cell
he
phone.
lost it in the fire. Yeah, man. I could have been the OG and retired by now, but you know what? I'm gonna continue hustling.